Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Jojo and
And Shrutka.
Miss Mola is
Hello.
here. We
Yes.
are back with Coke Studio. To Jhoom was like another world it took us to,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and set our expectations like way, way up there, right? So
Yes.
this one dropped now on 19th Jan, which is what day was
Correct.
19th? Was it a Wednesday? Because I'm just surprised. I thought it was a every Friday feature that a new song would drop.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
first one dropped on a Friday, this one on a Wednesday. So I don't know if they have like a set schedule or um, it's going to be randomly in the week. Either way, it dropped. It's called Kana Yaari. Kana Yaari. It's apparently a Baluchi song, which is awesome because all the Baluchi songs that Coke Studio has done, I've loved all of them. This is Kaifi
Correct.
Khalil, Eva B, who's apparently a female rapper, and Abdul Wahab Bugti. So come join us on this journey of friendship, love, and betrayal. Interesting. Of course, curated and
Okay.
produced by Xulfi. Song narrative is Kaifi Khalil, composed by Kaifi Khalil, written by Kaifi, Eva, and Wahab. Music arranged and produced by Abdullah Siddiqui, Zulfi, Arsalan Hassan, Sherry Khatak. Oh, nice. And mixed by Zulfi. Very nice. Okay, there's Dambura also in this. Balalaika. Balalaika is another um, instrument I don't know.
Hmm.
Interesting. Okay, let's just do it. Let's see what it's about.
Yes.
Keep the
Season
CC on,
14,
huh?
episode 2.
Keep subtitles
Yeah, yeah.
on.
It's on. Yeah.
Okay, chalo. One, two, three, play.
Coke Studio, Season 14.
They have the VO this time.
काना यारी गद्दारी इश्क नामे गारदा इश्क नामे गारदा इश्क नामे गारदा
Oh,
इश्की फकीरानी पीरों मुरीदानी इश्की वलियानी हुदाए खलीलानी इश्क पिड़ा के मरचा तफ्तरा बानी हमलों मा गंजा कसी हस्ती बिजानी इश्क नूरवा तरबा मिसरी चम्मानी नबी इश्क चुकी तो को तो पिलानी कना यारी गद्दारी इश्के नामे गार अदा कना यारी गद्दारी इश्के नामे गार अदा इश्के नामे गार अदा इश्के नामे गार अदा कना यारी गद्दारी इश्के नामे गार अदा
मिजाज में भी दोस्त गोड़ा दोस्ते चे फायदे रोज वजन दोस्त रवा हमेशा निरादे मन हो तेरा साथ दाते टोक कम ज्यादे मेहरंगा दिला अस्त न बदला मवादे बाय दे के मन का न गेलक चुशी रोचा फायदे नी निवा एदा धीरे बत्ती रोका शमु शमल लेके तगे गपा नवती निवा अंचे मर्दम नेस्ते के कासे दे बरोका दोस्त गुशी शंकु एच मको चोप एका गप मकंकार बे गम बे कवार बे दिल गुशी शंकु वार पे का चोप मा बे गम मका बार बे दोस्ता गुजार मा बे हम मनी मुखालिफा अतई बीत दोस्त तेजु शिकारा आना वाला मनी चंबोत दोस्त दर दुश्मन बीत दोस्त वदा मुतमईन को मा वतु वती दिल
हरचा तो मिजाजे वावा चम्मी नचारे वावा वत अत के तो मनी रहा नुअत मनाच भी जारे हामा गरीबी मैं दिली सा तो अमीर तारा मनी जुदाई मा फल्ला खुश बिका तारा जिंदगिया मा पल्ले कब तक गंदगिया तो खलीज तबे आबा मन लियारी मना बर्बाद तो अशी वाबी वपसाते मा भाई मरीज दा नफ्सियाते ये दुनिया खुशी दा इश्क द्रो भले दुनिया नहीं इसका गनो ये दुनिया जो ले जाती है दुनिया तारा इश्क बेबारती दस्ता बदे जानी दस्ता वतियानी दुश्मन बया संगत बस वादा बहारानी मर्दम वतारानी परजा मजानी रंदा मकन तो दिल बर मारच गानी कना यारी सदवारी औली तामे प्यारे दा कना यारी सदवारी औली तामे प्यारे दा औली तामे प्यार दा औली तामे प्यार दा कना यारी गदारी इश्क नामे गार दा
दोस्त तेरे दुश्मन दुश्मन भी दोस्त
इश्क नामे गार दा
wata mutmain kuma watu del push
इश्क नामे गार दा इश्क नामे गार दा इश्क नामे गार दा इश्क नामे गार दा इश्क नामे
Oh damn! Oh damn! Why did it end? Oh damn!
Listen,
What? Why did it just stop
this
like
is
that?
just brilliant. This is just brilliant. What happened here?
I mean, this
They
is
have just-
this is like Baluchi
just-
pop, right? It's just, and it's popping. It's so good.
Pop and hip hop and Coke Studios just flipped the script entirely on the visual aspect and creating a music video in this way. And the way you know, for every change of scene, the way there were those sliding doors, which were just
Yeah.
separating each musician from another. And he was just like,
I'm just
"What
saying, how
just
many
happened?"
times would they have rehearsed this? They would have rehearsed this so many times before the final take, right?
It seemed so smooth though. It seemed
mm.
like effortless and like one take. Although I know it wasn't one take, it probably wasn't. But it just seemed, the whole feel seemed like
I
that.
might have
It
to,
was
yeah, but over there, I might have to correct you because when we said that, even in the first reaction to Jhoom Ka, that, you know, they must have done different takes. Apparently, no,
Huh.
they don't, because they all record in that one final take. They record in that
That's
one final
crazy.
take. So they're doing the walking and they're recording it. That's the final take. So, yeah. So, I mean,
my mind is blown right now.
I'm like, you know, but we knew Zulfi is going to take this to different heights, and I can't even, like, this is beyond expectations. So like, okay, where do we begin? Where do we begin?
Where do we really begin? Okay,
Let's begin with the set.
Easiest thing.
The set.
Exactly. Let's begin from the set.
We were wondering what he's gonna do with the set from after the first one, like how he's gonna change it, if at all. And probably we
Yeah.
thought that he will, according to the mood of the song, right? This, like you said,
Yeah.
flipped the script completely, because it's not a set, it's a maze, right? It's kind of, it is a maze of different rooms, and each kind of little room and enclosure has its own like vibe. And I like the art design that's happening here is like, it deserves its own like separate reaction because we can go scene by scene and frame by frame and just be like, oh my God, look at the little nuances and the detailing they've done.
Yes.
Right from the opening thing where they have that little old TV set in front of the guy, to the color of the curtains and the rugs and the furniture and the color on the walls, like everything, man.
And then in the end, how all the things that
Comes-
are separating them move away,
and
and you see the entire, you know, hall where everyone's
Exactly.
just like,
the one big
Crazy.
room. It's executed so freaking well. It's a treat. It's a visual and audio, treat. So like you say
you
about
know,
the
we're
set.
so used to.
Mm.
We are so used to not seeing this kind of a setup with Coke Studio. Coke Studio is like, you know, embedded in our heads as this one thing which is music oriented. There will be no music video. The music video
Yeah.
will just be with instruments and with everything together. There'll be no there'll be no constant movement, you know. But yahan pe, they have taken all the same elements and yet created something which is like, it's like a proper music video, and yet not. Like, yet it has the same elements which it used to pehle. Musicians are there, everyone's performing, they're being showcased properly, everything. My mind is literally blown right now, where I am just, okay, figuratively, but like, I'm just imagining the whole thing, the way they have done. And how did they do this? Yeah, this was like,
Yeah.
in any of this is season 14. In the past 13 seasons, this has never been done. To be able to change the brilliance in this way and yet to like amaze us, I think it's a very, very, very big deal. They
Yeah.
have added this fresh tadka of newness in the whole thing. Like, you know, everyone who normally on the channel itself, many people who listen to a lot of hip hop won't watch the Coke Studio reactions, right? But over here, the way they have mixed the two things, once and for all, just proving it to all of us that music is just music, full stop. And
Yeah.
good music anywhere merged together, and there you have it. Like, I don't think we've ever heard such a brilliant mix-up of so many elements of music brought together like this. It is just like,
I mean, so
my God.
of all the like songs that we've reacted to, whether they're Nescafe Basement or Battle of the Bands or even other shows and singles that have been produced by Xulfi, we've always noticed that one thing where, you know, he's giving the stage to the younger lot, and with youth. And I just want to say this, like, a lot of people dismiss young people and Gen Z and, you know, millennials, that like make fun of them or whatever. But the thing is, you can't, your youth can be, doesn't have to be a disadvantage in terms of your experience in the world. It can be seen as a virtue in terms of how, what you earnestly expect of the world and what you earnestly desire from your life and what goals and dreams and ideas you have, right? So in that sense, youth is a big virtue and a big advantage. So I think when you're working with young people and giving them the forefront and center stage and letting their ideas become the main focal point, you come up with stuff like this, which breaks away from the template, you know, which takes you away from this fixed template and lets you experiment. And when you experiment, you reveal art in ways that probably you also yourself hadn't imagined before. So I think that's what's happening. There's like magic that's unfolding on Coke Studio right now. And I think like hats off for the team that has been put together for that by Xulfi. Because I'm seeing even in like the musician ka list and the even like Abdullah Siddiqui and Sherry and all these guys, they're bringing their own thoughts and ideas to whatever's getting created. You know? So yeah, I mean, look at the sound squad. First of all, they've written sound squad. I love that phrase, sound squad. Chief, you know, there's quite a few names here that are I think similar from Nescafe's credit list. But yeah, it's a whole new team, you know. So like with a new team, basically you have new ideas, and I think most of them are young. So it's showing. So now talking about the actual song, what do you want to say? You go first. I've talked long enough.
The song. It after episode 1 released, right? It's very difficult to top that. It's very, very difficult to, you know, listen to legends. And then you know that all eyes will be on episode 2, where somewhere as an audience person, I had decided that I'm not going to compare, because it's 1, it'll be impossible to compare. And 2, nobody can top that.
Be unfair. Right? Yeah.
But here, they have kind of done the impossible. They have gone into such a opposite zone which cannot be compared. They themselves have taken the possibility and removed it entirely. You know, they said, okay, it's going to be natural where people after episode 1 are going to be expecting something even better, if not equal to episode 1, which it's impossible to deliver when you have the greats in episode 1. So here they said, okay, we're going to give you youth, and we're going to give you such a different version of it that it's incomparable, which I think that they have delivered on that front brilliantly, because the voices were fresh, they were bold, and there was so much, you could hear that amount of talent. So I have personally not heard any of the voices before this, right? I've not heard them in any of the previous songs or any other. Have you?
I think Abdul Wahab, I think so. Let me just Google it and make sure. But yeah.
Yeah. So I've not heard any of these voices before. And for me to witness them like this, and it didn't stop. Like, I was constantly moving and humming, and the music had me gripped through and through. I was just with it. I was with the flow of it, and in such a different way from episode 1 that I think I can very easily say that this is at par with episode 1. Like, if this is the benchmark that's being set by episode 1 and 2, and what is in store for this season, I think this is just going on another level of brilliance. Like, I'd forget about comparison or forget about whether I'll be gripped or not. I am just absolutely enthusiastic in knowing what all this team can come up with in the rest of the season. I think it's going to be brilliant.
I know, I can sense your excitement. But I have to say that it's okay. I like, for the music, I have to say that one, the way it started with the very traditional, what is that instrument called? That's the dambura, I think. No, yeah, vocals and dambura. He was playing it. So him and that other guy, they were both playing the dambura, and it was brilliant because it immediately is like, okay, amazing traditional folksy sound. Love it. And love his vocals. They're so raw and they're so earthy. They're so, from the land. And then it switched, the beat switch that happened there. I was just like, what? And it went into the whole like pop zone, but keeping the bass. thing.
Correct.
And especially there was this one part where I think now I'm familiar with it, it's Octopad. When that came in and those different sounds that it brings, because it even did that in Tuju.
Yeah.
I was just
Correct.
like, man, clearly this is a favorite with both Xulfi and Abdullah and the arrangers. They clearly love this instrument, this Octopad.
Yeah.
It's adding like a different vibe because it's taking a folk creation and a very traditional, the language itself is not something that you hear a lot in mainstream music anyway. So it's taking that whole thing and giving it that very mainstream commercial sound and vibe, and yet keeping the authentic. I mean, I don't know how to describe it, but that instrument is just adding a whole new dimension to the sound, and it's brilliant. It's amazing. So that happened, and then Ava, man, like her, first of all, screen presence, so her
Power.
look and her everything, very different, stands out. Have not seen a female rapper from Pakistan yet, have we? I haven't. No, we haven't.
No.
So she's
I
the
haven't either,
first.
Yeah.
And she wasn't rapping in Urdu, it was Baluchi.
I
So
was just
it
about to say,
was,
what language? Yeah.
it's Baluchi,
Baluchi.
So
Yeah.
and all of them, they're all singing in that language. The whole song is
Correct.
Baluchi. And I'm glad they had the subtitles and all the translations, which was missing in the first song, but glad they put it here. So hells yeah, I mean, the girl's got it. She's got the screen presence. I mean, clearly she had bars, because you could read the translation, and her like rhyme schemes and her mannerism, her way of spitting was so good. She's definitely gonna like take the scene by storm if she keeps at it. And you know what I would love to see, because I don't know, we haven't watched any of the artist journeys or even the BTS of this song, which, by the way, I should tell you guys, I know you want us to watch the BTS with the song, but while I'm traveling, it's a little difficult to do because of time constraint. So once I get back home, we might start doing that, but we will get to their artist journeys. But it would be amazing if she can, you know how in India we have rappers who are combining their languages. We have Marathi with Hindi and English getting mixed, and Hindi, English all the time. And if she combines Baluchi and Urdu and like does creates her own unique style, so that it just reaches more people and more people understand her verses, it'll be amazing. So she was quite the revelation. And then Kaifi Khalil, who's also apparently composed this song. Man, I don't know.
Wow.
Like, yeah, he's composed it, he's written it with the other two, and the song narrative is by him. So
this is like powerhouse performance.
It's like, I don't know, and the thing is, like, I'm so amazed that Coke Studio and Xulfi have gone and found these people, because they're first timers, first timers on the show, right? And they're a revelation to the rest of the world, at least to us, because maybe they're locally known and they're famous in their communities and in their country, but for us, they're completely new. So, oh my God, thank you for introducing us to them. Damn. And the thing is, I've noticed this, whenever there's a Baluchi song, it's very catchy. The language itself is very sweet, it's poetic, and it's always very catchy. You cannot, like, especially the hooks or the main lines of the songs are just so memorable. You will not be able to get it out of your head, is what I've noticed. What were you saying?
Correct. So I was just saying that normally all the Baluchi songs in the past that we've heard on Coke Studio, it's always been that mixing with Urdu or mixing with Hindi. Like, there's like a mix that happens, and that's it. So there would be like just an overlap of the two things, overlap, and then music, lots of music interludes. Yahan pe jo kiya hai, it's like completely different and it's totally working. So I'm just like all for it.
It's like, let's give it 100% authenticity. Let's stick to the language, completely one language. Let's not take away from this thing and give it a pop vibe, add rap into it, add a hip hop element. It's like, let's just give you everything in this brilliant like concoction format.
Correct.
It's loved it.
It's
oh
like
my God.
Music version of molecular gastronomy.
Yeah.
Like that.
And like you said, so diametrically opposite from episode 1 that you cannot even try to compare if you wanted to. And, I have to say that I kind of expected this, because in my mind, I was thinking all of last week, like, with such a brilliant first episode, he's like, I think the Coke Studio team is just gonna give us something more that was very Sufi and that was very deep. This is gonna be fun. I was expecting a fun song, like completely different.
And they've delivered,
and in such a brilliant like format and everything. So बस बहुत बोल लिया हमने.
I'm
Now I
pumped.
just, I
Yeah,
know, I
I'm
am
pumped
also.
for
And
episode 3.
we'll get to the BTS of this also at some point. Just have patience because I'm on the move. It's not easy. But yay, I'm glad we got to this today. So thank you for sending in all your requests and let us know what you thought of this song. What was your favorite thing about it? Comment below, drop me a request in my DMs on Instagram. Handles here. Miss Mola's handle is there. Do support this channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It really helps. And take care of yourselves. Live long and prosper.